Yup, that's me, stabbing a guy. You're probably wondering how I got myself into this situation. And I promise, there's a story. I'm a hero after all. It all truly began a few years ago, when my hometown, Troy, was burned to the ground. The ghost of my dead BFF and my mom told me to get the heck out of Dodge and found my own city in Latium. After a long journey, filled with mistakes, I finally made it there. I was planning to marry Lavinia, the daughter of King Latinus and his wife Amata, so that I'd become part of the region's ruling family, but then this guy, Turnus, showed up and said I'd stolen his betrothed. He promised to start a war with me and swore that he'd ally all the native tribes against me, so I desperately needed help. In exchange for his help battling against Turnus, King Evander gave me custody of his son, Pallas. He was a bit weird looking, but I wasn't gonna let that stop us. He was a good kid. I swore to teach him everything I knew about war and leadership. Everything was going swimmingly, but then Turnus killed him. For no reason. So I, understandably, got upset. I knew I had to duel Turnus one-on-one and avenge Pallas. Bruh, turn your location on. I just wanna chat. Take the form of any animal. A bird, a fish, I do not care. Do whatever you need to do to prepare, but let's go hand to hand right now, boy. Lol, words can't hurt me, neither can the gods, and I hate Jupiter square up right now. But right as Turnus was preparing to throw a giant boundary stone at me, something happened. The blood in his veins ran cold, he began to feel detached from his body, and suddenly possessed no more strength. He collapsed to the ground, panicking, and realized that death was near. He looked around, and found that all of the Rutulians and a nearby city were watching our duel. Even the surrounding mountains and groves seemed to be paying attention to what was happening. He couldn't think of any way to escape or attack me. No chariot was showing up to rescue him, as his sister had done earlier. So, back to where I was earlier, I took the opportunity and threw a giant spear at Turnus. It hit him in the leg, and prevented him from moving. As I got closer, he began to beg for mercy. He pleaded for me to return him to the Rutulians, either living or dead. Turnus urged me to think of how his death would devastate his elderly father, and pleaded with me to remember my relationship with Anchises. I almost listened to him, but then I saw that he was still wearing the belt of Pallas. I was blinded with rage and had no room for mercy, so I killed him and took control of Latium.